YouTube world? What up, Facebook world? And welcome to TTTP, Tell the Truth Podcast with your boy, TST. That's me. What up, y'all? I know it's a little late. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not getting up here. It's a little late, whatever the case may be. But happy holidays to everybody. Merry Christmas. I'm going to start talking in a few. I'm just wait till a few people get up in here and I'll start talking. And boy, I swear, motherfuckers a lot bad these days, boy. But I'll get on that about motherfuckers lying in a minute. All right. I know a lot of y'all saw that fight. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody saw the fight with Jake Paul and my man from the UK. Can't think of his name right now. I know everybody watched that shit. Now, I had somebody ask me the other day when I went live, how did I watch the fight? How did I feel about the fight? Shit, I feel like Jake Paul deserved to get his ass whipped. To be perfectly honest. Yeah, to be perfectly honest. I feel like he deserved to get his ass whipped. But number one, you was marketing boxing, man. I'm sorry, man. You was a marketer of boxing. You was a YouTube star. You got your fame and shit from YouTube because you knocked out Nate Robinson. You knocked out a couple of older guys, that wasn't really boxing like that, and few used to be celebrities. So yeah, you got your little fame and fortune from that shit, but also you have been doing YouTube before then. Nigga, what up? What up? So, you got a lot of your shit from that. And then when you fought Nate Robinson, of course they filmed it for YouTube. So, your YouTube shit got shown you knocking Jake Paul out. Sorry, not Jake Paul. Nate Robinson out. You know what I'm saying? So, everybody after that you chose, either they wasn't a fighter, really, they was either a singer or an older actor, or whatever the case may be. So you end up getting 12 wins with one loss. You know what I'm saying? And that one loss came from really a boxer. But you didn't get knocked out. You see what I'm saying? He didn't get knocked out. But this one, you fought AJ, you got knocked the fuck out. You got your jaw broke. Yeah, you too. You know what I'm saying? You got knocked out. You got your jaw broke. Do I feel sympathy for you? No, I don't. I can't. Because you was trying to mock boxing, man. Jake Paul was really trying to mock boxing. Okay, you made Mike Tyson look like an imbecile. Number one, Mike Tyson should have never took the money. Mike Tyson should have just whipped your ass. Period. But I've been doing this for a little minute. But Mike Tyson took the money, which I feel like was dumb. Tyson should never took that money. That's why he was biting his glove. Because he knew he took that money and he couldn't really get into your ass like he wanted to. And like he needed to do. You really supposed to got your ass whipped a long time ago. But Tyson took the $20 million, all because his kids, you know what I'm saying, they was upset with him. They don't look at him as being a father. I mean, Tyson had a career. He had a big boxing career. He had a life. He was back and forth through jail. So he wasn't in his kid's life like that. Understand. Wrong, but understand. So you took this fight with Jake Paul. And when you was giving it to Jake Paul whispered in your ear like, hey, you want this money, don't you? You want this money, right? So he had to back off. You see what I'm saying? He had to back off. Then he started boxing like he was some old ass man, like he didn't know how to box. And you made a mockery of boxing, man. So you thought by coming at AJ, you was gonna make a mockery out of him. You licking your tongue at him. You know what I'm saying? He all licking his tongue at him like that man broke your damn jaw. AJ broke your jaw. Do I have sympathy for Jake Paul? Hell no. I can't have no sympathy for that guy. I never did. The people you was calling out saying you want to fight, Tank Davis withdrawn for that fight. Yeah, Tank Davis is bigger than you. I mean, you were bigger than Tank Davis. Tank Davis, he withdrew for that fight. He said, you know what, I'm not doing that. He saw the contract. Basically, you want to make him look like a clown. So you want to clown all the black boxers. But this guy right here, AJ, said, no, I'm not going to let you clown me. No, man. You tried it. Yeah, you tried it. Oh, Jake Paul, he tried it. Yeah, you tried it. That's why you got your shit blasted in the 6th round. Yeah, the first couple of rounds, he falling down, grabbing the man's leg, falling down. You know what I'm saying? Falling down, grabbing the man's leg. Yeah. Wasting time because you really didn't want to get your ass whipped. Now you got a broken jaw. You got wires all in your mouth. You see where they're cutting right here, the wires coming out of his face. You deserve all of that. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. You deserve all that. Yeah, you deserve it. You deserve it. Boxing is a black man's sport. Not saying that Latinos are not good. Not saying Mexicans, not saying that. But it's truly a black man's sport. We dominate it. And that's what black men do. We dominate boxing. That's a sport for us. That's what we do. Black men get in there and they let go of that frustration, that anger. You know what I'm saying? They show the skills, the technique. You know what I'm saying? They show all that. We don't get in there and try to make fun or joke around with the next opponent. When have you ever seen Evander Holyfield at another boxer? When have you ever seen Mike Tyson do it? When have you ever seen Roy Jones Jr. do it? Mayweather, come on, man. Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray Robinson. They never did that shit. When have you ever seen a white man do that shit? You never seen that from any white boxer, man, that got in there and fought in that ring? Besides Jake Paul. Yeah, you deserve to get your jaw broke. Yeah, I don't have no sympathy for you, cuz. You deserve to get your jaw broke. But as I'm looking on YouTube and stuff like this, they say, should we have sympathy for Jake Paul? No, we should not have no sympathy for that man. None whatsoever. Because you don't get out there and try and play games with that sport, man. Now you done lost all your endorsements. Now you done been banned for boxing, which in the interview after the fight, they asked him who he was fighting next. He said, oh, well, I think I'm going to take a, excuse me, I work today. He said, I think I'm going to take a break from boxing. I've been boxing for 6 years. I think I'm going to take a little break. No, you've been banned. Because of the dumb shit you did in the ring. You put your own money up for yourself and you lost. That man broke your jaw. I bet you'll never make mockery out of boxing again. I guarantee you Jake Paul will never make mockery out of boxing again. And then he gonna say, so next time I box somebody that's my height, my weight, do you think you put all this money up, say you're gonna knock AJ out, say you're gonna beat AJ, because that man taller than you, he's bigger than you. You actually thought you was gonna beat that man. He actually thought he was gonna beat that man. And then Floyd Mayweather's so stupid, he gonna say the only thing Jake had to do was score points and run. Huh? How? How was he gonna do that? When he couldn't really hit that man. So how was he gonna do that? Floyd, how was he gonna do that? Mr. Mayweather, Mr. Money Mayweather, how was he gonna do that? He couldn't. He couldn't even hit that man. He got one shot, and I saw that. He got one clean shot. It didn't even phase AJ. It ain't phase him. It was an overhand right. Pow! He hit him hard too. It ain't phase him. It ain't phase him. But my thing is, you made a mockery out of Nate Robinson. You made a mockery out of Mike Tyson. And that other black dude he fought, you made a mockery out of him because you did a contract with them. You paid them money. He paid them money just so they'll lose the fight. You know what I'm saying? That don't make sense to me. So then he says, AJ took the money, but he didn't follow the script. He ain't supposed to follow that script. He followed that script for 5 rounds. Yeah, he followed that script for 5 rounds. And then when you did that at him, he said, "No, fuck that. I'm not, no, man, I'm from London. I'm not gonna, no, you're not gonna make a mockery of me." He caught him with a chest punch and came over with a right and hit him right in his jaw and dropped him. Yo, Jake Paul was like, whoa, oh shit. Then in the interview, talk, yeah, my jaw broke. He's spitting up my blood. Like, yeah, it's broke pretty bad. Then he said, you know, I fought somebody, who was a champion. I got my ass kicked. Yeah, you really did. You really did. You got your ass kicked. I saw the pictures. Your jaw purple, blue, black. Your eyes swollen. Yeah, man, you got beat up pretty bad. You got your shit beat up, man. You do not make a mockery of boxing, man. These guys been trained professionals longer than you have, and you try to clown them. You think everybody's gonna take the money. See, what AJ did, AJ took that money from you, and he got that money from Netflix. So he said, yo, shout out to Netflix. I thank you. Yeah, because he got paid off Netflix. And see, that's all Tyson had to do. The shit was on, I think it was on Netflix. I was on HBO. Either way it go, Tyson was dumb. Because he could have got paid either way. Excuse me. Either you take the money from Jake Paul, or you get the money from Netflix, or HBO, whichever one it was. But if I'm not mistaken, I think it was Netflix. Either way to go, you still would have got paid, man. Tyson still would have got paid. It probably wouldn't have been that $20 million, but you still would have got paid, bro. You let this man make you look old in that ring. You let that man just do whatever the fuck he want to do to you in that ring. No, he knock you out. But you moved around like you was old. You moved around like you didn't know how to box. That was dumb. And I watched that whole shit. And I was like, yo, Tyson, I can't believe you going out like this. I really can't believe you going out like this. Really, man? You try to come at so many others. You even called out Tank. Where's that same dude that took, declined the fight. They was gonna box, but Tank said, nah, fuck it. You called out so many boxers. And all of them said, nah, I'm not, nah. What's the girl named Claressa Shields even wanted to fight him. She wanted to fight his ass. She even said, man, I'll whip him. I'll whip his ass. She wanted to fight him. She really wanted to box his ass. But he would not call her out. I understand because she's a female. But she really wanted to fight this dude. She wanted to box this dude. She called him out multiple times. But he didn't accept the challenge because she's a female. But to call out all these other professional fighters, these black men, And you think you're gonna do a contract where it's stimulations in them contracts where you can't knock him out? No, he didn't really supposed to. AJ really didn't supposed to knock this dude out. He really didn't supposed to knock him out at all. I'm being honest. He ain't supposed to knock him out. It's supposed to be where Jake Paul was supposed to have won the fight. You know the money he would have made if he would have won that. If he wouldn't have got knocked out, would have won that fight. Promotion alone was $8 million. Going around doing handshakes was another $2-3 million. The energy drink promotions was another 60-70 million. You see what I'm saying? He supposed to made almost maybe $500 million off that fight. I mean, he did get, from what I saw, you know, he got 90 million, I believe, out of that. But you lost mad shit now. No more endorsements. Banned from boxing for a minute. I don't know how long. But from what I've heard and saw on YouTube, he's been banned. It just didn't say how long. But I bet you any amount of money, he will not mark boxing no more. I guarantee that. He'll really get in there and train now. He'll get in there, he'll train. From here on out, he's going to train. And then his dumbass brother, which we all know his brother's I think WWE or WWF, whatever, however they call that shit. I don't watch wrestling. Yeah, he into wrestling. Now he want to fight that man. He going to do the same shit to you. Or maybe he's an MMA fighter. One or the other. He's going to do the same shit to you. He's going to knock your ass out too. He's going to break your jaw. That man's jaw was broken 2 spots. Right here and up here. This shit broke in 2 places, man. Wow. All because you was running your mouth. All because you was trying to make a mockery of that man and thought that man was going to take the payout. No. He took the money you gave him and he took the YouTube money. I mean, the Netflix money. So, it was a win-win for that man. AJ that was a win-win situation. You know what I'm saying? So they asked him who he wanted to box next. He called that person out. AJ called that person out. I said, you know, if I can't remember who he said. He said, if he really want to make this money, he really want to fight me, he'll come on and we can get this thing going. He said, it's been a 15-month layoff. He said, and I shook off the cobwebs. He said, and I'm ready. He said, so whatever the guy named, he said, if he's ready, we can get this thing going. We can finally go ahead and we can get this thing going. But I guarantee you, Jake Paul, I guarantee you, you would never, ever, ever in your life mark boxing again. Because you deserve everything you got. And that's just being real. You deserve everything you got, man. Everything. I mean, everything. You deserve that shit. You deserve that shit. Because you try to make it seem like you can get black people to do what you want them to do. And that's wrong. Or if I give them this much money, they'll let me win. Huh? So basically, you trying to build your career off paying somebody, but you making the boat money if you win. So if he give you 20 million, he making 80. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, make that make sense. Make that make sense. In the contract, you can't knock him out. You can't hit him hard. Yeah, it just gotta be where it's like y'all fighting, but he got to win. But he's making 90 to 100 to 150 million to your 20 or your 10. Nah, dog. Them dudes ain't playing. AJ ain't playing that. AJ said, man, fuck all that. Nah, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna fight your ass. And I'm gonna hurt you up pretty bad. Jake Paul did a lot of grabbing. He did a lot of holding. He was tired. He laid on the floor on his back. You can see him breathe. He tried to act like he got hit in his shit. Yeah, man. He holding his privates. Now he got hit, and he never got hit in his privates. He really tried to make a mockery out of boxing. So no, I have no sympathy for that character. He's a clown. He's a clown. He's a character. I've been said he was a character. Ever since he knocked out Nate Robinson. I mean, Nate Robinson was the fool to take the challenge. But Nate Robinson was broke. Everybody know that. Nate Robinson was broke. That's why Nate Robinson took the challenge. Because he was broke. He had no money. He wasn't on the NBA team anymore. He was broke. So that man came through with a couple of million. They went through the contract, even though Nate Robinson never got in there. We saw Nate Robinson's style. He should have never got in that ring. His style was all stupid. He had no type of guard. I don't even think Nate Robinson trained for that fight, to be honest. And he got knocked the fuck out. Then he became a meme. You know what I'm saying? They memed his ass. Now you don't hear nothing else about Nate Robinson. You don't even see the kid. I mean, they don't show the meme no more. You know what I'm saying? Him getting knocked on his face. You know what I'm saying? They don't show that shit. But yeah. And the other black dude he fought, I can't remember his name, but I think he was an old boxer, older, not like Tyson's age, but he boxed before. I think he was just washed up, and he really didn't train for that fight. I don't think. And then Jake Paul caught him with a lucky hit, bam, laid his ass up. So boom, his YouTube shot up. You know what I'm saying? The money from YouTube shot up. The boxing world, the money shot up. You see what I'm saying? But he's a YouTuber. All his money came from him on YouTube. Doing dumb dances and dumb videos and he got paid. He got paid. At the end of the day, he got paid. So think about it. Think about it, man. I guarantee you this. He won't mock boxing no more. No. Because the next boxer he try to call out, talk about he gonna win, he gonna beat him. Yeah, all right. I bet you won't call now another professional. I bet you won't call now another professional out. I guarantee you that shit. I guarantee you he'll stay in his lane. He'll stay in his motherfucking lane from here on out. I guarantee that shit. Because you got your whole shit wired. They showed that man's face, man. His head was bandaged. His whole shit was bandaged. Man, all this shit was so fucking big, man. Yeah, this guy right here was so fucking big, man. And he knew his jaw was broken. Even when they was interviewing him, he said, yeah, my jaw is broken. He said, yeah, nothing but blood. He said, yeah, it's broken pretty good. He said, I got my ass whipped. He said, about a true fighter. He said, wow. He said, man, he hit hard. He hits real hard. Yeah, he said it. He hits hard. He hits real hard. You should have never at that man. You should never did that. He did it the 5th round. He did it the 4th round. Been a mockery. Playing with that man. That man said, okay. I'm going to knock his ass out in the 6th round. I'm going to knock his dumb ass out. So if y'all feel sympathy for Jake Paul, y'all some fools. If y'all got this much sympathy for Jake Paul, y'all some fucking fools. Y'all some fucking fools. He got what the hell he deserved. He got what he deserved, man. I'm sorry to say it. No, I'm not really sorry to say it. He got what he deserved. He got his ass whipped. What should have happened with Tyson? Tyson should have whipped his ass. I don't look at Mike Tyson the same. Because you took that money, you took a payday. So, I don't look at Mike Tyson the same. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got in there with Roy Jones Jr. and you was there swinging your ass off. You ain't knock him out. But Roy Jones Jr. like, oh, Tyson's still the man. I mean, he still hit hard. You know, I felt everything. You know what I'm saying? And you won that bout. But what I'm saying is, you shouldn't do that for a pay, man. You'd have got paid regardless. And I know you knew that, Tyson. Tyson knew that shit. It just wasn't the same money that Jake Paul was gonna pay him. Jake Paul did $20 million, and I think with the Netflix, I think Netflix probably was only paying him. He probably only would have got like maybe 5, if 10. You know what I'm saying? I think it was probably like 5 mil is what he would have got, and Jake Paul would have cleaned up with the rest. But yeah, man, yeah. So Jake Paul, I'm gonna say this, dog. Please don't mock boxing no more, man. Leave the boxing to the boxers, to the real fighters. Leave that shit to the real motherfucking fighters. And stay your ass over there and keep doing your little YouTube joints, skateboarding or whatever the case may be, falling downstairs, whatever it is that you do that got you, you know what I'm saying, your YouTube started. Stay in that lane and leave the boxing to the boxers, man. Don't, man. Don't, y'all. Because I think the next person that you actually get in there and fight, if you able to fight again, you know, come back and fight again, they're going to do you dirty. They're going to do you worse than that man did you. They're going to do you worse. You know what I'm saying? And I don't plan to be up here long. Yeah, I don't plan to be up here too long. I got one more little saying I want to talk about right quick. Fat Joe. I gotta talk about Fat Joe and Young Buck. And yeah, like I was saying before I get to that, so please, Jake Paul, just stay in your lane. You know what I'm saying? Just stay in your lane, man. That's it. Stay in your lane before you run up on the next guy and they hurt you bad and put you out of commission. You know what I'm saying? To where you really can't box no more. So stay in your lane, partner. That's all I'm asking. Stay in your lane. Stop playing with black folks. You know what I'm saying? Thinking you gonna do what you wanna do, they're gonna take the money. Just stop. Leave that shit where it at. Let promotion take care of that. Let if you're doing YouTube or if you're doing HBO, but you can't do HBO because HBO ain't fucking with you. No, HBO ain't fucking with you. That's why he goes Netflix and YouTube. So let them pay you. Netflix and YouTube. Let them pay you. Because HBO ain't fucking with you. Because HBO, that's that high rank shit. You see what I'm saying? So that's all I gotta say about Jake Paul. So yeah. Pretty easy, Jake Paul. So yeah, Fat Joe and Young Buck. I don't know if y'all heard the song that Young Buck put out. You know what I'm saying? So apparently, Fat Joe got called out for lying on Young Buck. You know, when the beef was going on with 50 Cent, you know, with G Unit and Fat Joe and all that shit. Well, 50, you know what I'm saying, and Fat Joe, Ja Rule, and all that bullshit. Apparently, Fat Joe was at a winter jam so what he called it, not a summer jam, but a winter jam, and it supposed to been Fabulous and all them boys, you know, was out there on tour and shit with him, right? But I never heard this story. Just like Yayo said, just like Tony Yayo said, I never heard this. You know, we would have been heard about this. You know, at that time, all them was tight. Young Buck, all them was tight. So apparently, Fat Joe was coming off a stage. There's something about Puerto Ricans. They lie bad. That's just what they do. They lie bad. Puerto Ricans lie bad as hell. And Fat Joe ain't nothing but a liar. When you go up on YouTube and you watch the way he talk, you can see how jaded them, like, they covering their faces because they know he's lying, but they don't want to blow his spot up. They don't want to just come straight out and be like, yo, you lying. Tony Yayo wanted to say it so bad. I swear, Tony Yayo wanted to say it so bad, like, yo, Fat Joe, why you lying? He wanted to say that shit so bad. But he was holding his composure, And he just kept saying, yo, I never heard that. I never heard that. So apparently, uh, allegedly, he was doing a show. And as he said, he was coming off stage, but it got mad dark, or whatever the case may be. But he could see somebody over here, up at the top tier. And allegedly, it's Young Buck. And Young Buck said, yo, Crack! You know, they call him Joey Crack. So he said, yo, Crack! He look up, it's Young Buck. And Young Buck talking some shit, so he throw a water bottle at him. You know what I'm saying? But it missed. He threw a water bottle at him. He started calling all types of pussies and telling him to come down, woo, woo, woo. And then the crew put hands on Young Buck. Yeah, man. Apparently they're supposed to beat up Young Buck. But Young Buck made a song about it. And he said, tell the truth. Basically said, Fat Joe let that Ozempic. So that Ozempic got his head fucked up. Say, you telling lies. Say, you gave me a 2-piece, so here's the biscuit. He never hit him. They never fought. It was a whole bunch of bullshit. Because Spanish people, that's what they do. They're gonna lie. They lie bad as hell. I hung with one in Bridgeport, and that's what he did. He lied bad as hell. Even his own wife told me he lied bad. I said, yo, you know he lied bad, right? I said, no. I said, that's my dog. He said, oh, she said, okay. That's what they do. Spanish men lie bad. And that's what they do, man. They lie so bad because they want you to like them. They want you to follow them. They want you to feel like, they want to make it seem like they just that dude. They just that guy. In fact, Joe, you're not that guy, man. You stole Big Pun rhyme book. And that's how you blew up. You stole that man shit after he died, and you went to rhyming his words, and yeah, because you had his book. So you blew up. But you didn't touch him. You know what I'm saying? You ain't touch him. Apparently the team touched him. The security and everybody else touched him. You had some goons with you from Chicago, and they touched him. Why the goons in Chicago touched him if you the one got the problem with it? Or if he said some bullshit. And secondly, why would Young Buck be at a show that you're doing and G Unit is not around? But at that time, all them boys was tight. All of them, they was tight. Why 50 wasn't there? Why? Well, we know Yayo probably was locked up. But why 50 wasn't there? Why goddamn Game wasn't there? Why Lord Banks wasn't there? Make that make sense. Make that make sense. I don't get that part. But that motherfucker, he lied bad, y'all. Fat Joe is a lying motherfucker. I never been a fan of Fat Joe. Even with that song, Lean Back, I never was a fan of that. I never was a fan of that. Because I always felt like that was something Big Pun came up with. God bless his soul. Rest in peace, Big Pun. And that was my guy. I had loved Big Pun music. Big Pun rapped like he was one of us. His lyrics was undeniable. I'm just being honest. He just died too early. You know what I'm saying? But Fat Joe has always been a liar. And he lied about a lot of shit. And he got called out on that lie. You know what I'm saying? I didn't finish watching the clip. But Young Buck already put the song out there and said, you're lying. That never happened. He said something about you supposed to do a water bottle. And he said you missed. I mean, I don't know, man. It's crazy. But you don't have to lie to make yourself look good. If you know you and that man ain't never had no beef, if you know nobody jumped on that man, tell the truth. Don't lie like that. Just like he said, if you gonna say something about my name, shit, say that shit to me. Don't go lying. Come on, that's just real. Don't go lying. Especially if you know that shit ain't real. Don't go lying. And I feel like that's what's wrong with society today, man. The world will believe a liar before they believe the truth. And that's just how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Just like How the fuck Fat Joe come out with a lie like that, trying to get everybody to believe that that happened to Young Buck, and ain't none of that happened to Young Buck. So Young Buck came out with a diss track. And he told Fat Joe straight up that Ozempic got your head fucked up. Everybody know Fat Joe is on Ozempic. That's why he lost all that weight. That's why he's still losing it. Because that shit is addictive. Motherfuckers take that Ozempic and don't know how to stop. Because they'll sit there and they'll eat, and then here they go back taking that Ozempic. Because they don't want that weight to gain back on. But if you work your fat ass out while you taking the Ozempic, oh hell, don't even take the damn Ozempic. Just work your big ass out. Plain and simple, just work out. And that weight will go away. Eventually, if you work out, you're going to lose weight. If you walk a lot, if you cut down the shit that you're eating, you're going to lose the weight. You don't have to take a Ozempic to lose weight. Nah, you don't have to do that, man. You don't have to do none of that. So, Fat Joe is just a liar. You put all that fake shit on that man, saying that y'all put hands on him. And the way you should see how you, yo, we like, boom, 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 boom. Man, Jada fell back like right here, like, boy, covered his face like, boy, you lying. Yeah, it was like, yo, when did this happen? I ain't never heard of that. I ain't never heard of this. What? I ain't never heard of this story. He like, yo, I'm telling you, kid. I'm telling you, it happened. It happened. Oh, Young Buck, he had some cats from Chicago with him too. Huh? What? Even in that song, Young Buck rapping, and he in that song, he said about he had Chicago dudes with him, and you know, he ain't said none of that. Oh, we saw Fat Joe. He ain't said none of that. I'm just keeping a buck. I gotta take off my foot brace. Well, my ankle brace. I'm being honest. Young Buck ain't say none of that. That's what I'm saying, man. Shit's just, it's just crazy. Motherfuckers lie about anything. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers just lie about anything, yo. Motherfuckers just lie about anything, any and every little thing they can. They lie about it. Just to get people to pull to them. You see what I'm saying? Just to get people to try to grasp. Like I keep saying, you gotta lie to have somebody like you, and dude, there's something about you ain't right. And people just don't automatically like you or say, yo, that's a cool dude, man. Oh, hey, man, he cool. And people just don't say that. Yo, man, he all right, man. He chill. And you got to lie for people to say, yo, he real. Then, yo, something wrong with you. And I feel like something's really wrong with Fat Joe. You didn't have to lie like that. He lied about so much about him. How he took on his whole class by himself. It was 20 people in his class and he robbed every last one of them by himself with no gun. Fat Joe is a motherfucker. Fat Joe's a lying son of a bitch, man. That motherfucker said he robbed his whole gym class. And then he said the motherfuckers that he robbed, he had them help him rob the rest of them. Like, huh? With no pistol, no nothing. He just blank robbed them. No, Fat Joe, you ain't do none of that. You ain't about that life, homeboy. You wouldn't know about that life. You wouldn't know about that life, man. You ain't do that by yourself. You wasn't like that, man. Without no pistol, no nothing. You robbed your whole gym class. There was 20 motherfuckers in there with no gun. And you took their shoes, you took their book bags, you took their money. By yourself? 20 motherfuckers? Boy, your ass has been laid up in the hospital because somebody would have came right behind you and punched you dead upside your head. Because I guarantee you, it was a motherfucker in your gym class who had the ladies, who had the girlies, and he ain't play that shit, and the girls was on him because they already knew he was a cocky type dude, and you didn't do that because that cocky type dude would have bust your face open. Trust, ain't no way in hell. You wasn't that damn brolic. He's just a lying type dude, man. He's a liar, man. Fat Joe's a liar. So, like I said, if that's what you got to do to get people to fuck with you like that, then hey, man, you need to stop. Cause tell that lie like that on Young Buck, that didn't make sense. Then you made Young Buck come out with a song, a diss track. Nah, come on, that's not what it was, man. It's not what it was. You was a liar. So, like I said, man, I'm about to get off this thing. I ain't planning to be up here long anyways. I've been up here probably extra 20 minutes more than I was supposed to be. But yeah, man, I'm about to check out on this live. And I want to say thank y'all for tuning in to TTTP, Tell the Truth Podcast with your boy, TST. That's me. Appreciate you. I love you guys. Love yourself. God loves more. And y'all have a blessed night. Thank you to all my fans. I love y'all.